Yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. What a day Friday. What a day Friday. That is for sure. Alrighty, guys. Got a big night ahead of us. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First things first, let me get a little check from you guys. Do a little poll, make sure everything's working properly, and we'll get going. Awesome. Cool. Everything's working. Let's get it. Alrighty, you guys. You guys know the vibes. We're going to start off the night checking out the economic calendar for the week ahead. And we're going to go ahead and get into the watch list. For those of you guys that won, not last week, the previous week, you won t-shirts. I just received them today. So I'm going to send them out tomorrow. You should have them by the end of the week. Got everybody addresses. Everybody's locked in, good to go. Just wanted to give everybody an update before we get started. Got the shirts, got the addresses. Tomorrow, hitting the post office, we'll be good to go. But let's get into the night, y'all. Y'all know the vibes, man. Let me go ahead and make this screen bigger, and let's get this night started. Starting off this week, June, Gemini season, baby. Gemini season. Here we are. Going into Monday, June 3rd. Very interesting week to say the least. Starting off tomorrow, June 3rd, we have PMI, which is going to be at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have ISM at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is Monday, June 3rd. Pretty important. Not the most important, but definitely important. Tuesday, also a very interesting morning. We have factory orders and JOLTS at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Both of these are also very important. So back-to-back days here, important economic data. Wednesday, PMI again, and then we also have ISM again here on Wednesday. So this upcoming week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, very important data. Thursday, June 6th, have our jobless claims as usual. Not as important, but comes out pre-market 8:30 a.m. So nothing really too extravagant there. Most important this week is going to be non-farm payrolls. That is going to be Friday, June 7th at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this week pretty much is jam-packed in terms of economic data, Monday to Friday. Luckily, not too much going on after market open, besides obviously PMI and ISM. So very interesting week to say the least. Got a lot of data we got to duck and dodge Monday through Friday, pretty much jam-packed. And yeah, man, that's what we got to look out for. Let's go ahead and hop into the charts. Funny story, right? I'm actually wearing these exact shorts right now. Is that weird or what? How'd they know to put this up as I'm wearing them? That makes me feel like that someone's watching me like all the time. Y'all ever been like on Instagram and it just like you think of something and then it like pops up? That shit scares me. Just like this. Why are the shorts I'm wearing popping up on the screen? Very weird. Very weird. Same color. Young LA. Super weird. Anyway, let's get into the charts, you guys. Earnings this week, nothing really extravagant, or I would cover that as well, but a couple interesting names. We have CrowdStrike, that is going to be Tuesday after close. Lulu, that is going to be Wednesday after close. CrowdStrike Tuesday, as I stated. Neo, that's Thursday before open. We also have Docu Thursday after close. Outside of that, nothing really crazy in terms of earnings, but definitely CrowdStrike can be an interesting one. Dollar Tree as well can be an interesting one. Lulu, definitely. Neo. So we got a couple good names. We'll keep an eye on those going into this week. Maybe we can get a nice post-earnings set up there. But alrighty, guys, let's get into the charts. And man, every time I look at this chart, Just makes my heart hurt, man. Just makes my heart hurt. I had SPX. I had the 52. Yeah, I had the 5210 and 5220 calls. I had 10 contracts here, and I had 14 of these. I think total it was like an 8K position. I sold for like 100%, give or take. I think I made like close to 9K on this position. Amazing, right? Sold for absolutely no reason. And like even at high day, this 8K position was worth like 350K. I checked at high a day and it was almost a $500,000, which was absolutely insane. That was the most FOMO I've had in a while, because I had a bottom tick, like just sick entry. I entered literally right off 518, and I sold back into 521, which realistically I probably wouldn't have held that long. I would have probably held into at least 525, but absolutely insane move Friday, which leaves us with great opportunity this week. So overall structure of this chart, right? Still very bullish, right? Very, very bullish. We've held these higher highs, higher lows. Just recently put in a new higher low, and we're kind of forming like a little flag here on the monthly. Just a crazy chart, man. Absolute crazy chart. Go down here to the weekly, and it's, you know, yes, we have a double top, but every single time we've sold off, we've just been picked back up. And here we are again. We just pretty much formed a nice little hammer doji after last week's shenanigans on Friday. And man, it's just we're strong, right? Like I mean, that's the only way to go about it, right? I mean, we're strong. That's it. Held this uptrend, as you guys can see, just pulled back into this trend line support, which also happens to be that 5,200 level. So levels are very clear for the week ahead. And yeah, man, charts are still very strong. It's still very strong. We need to, you know, it's just no other word than strong. Friday, this daily chart is absolutely insane, right? Insane volume, crazy close, massive bullish engulfing, big bullish pin bar. I mean, that's as strong as it gets, you know. It just bounced off that 5,200 level, which also happens to be that 236 retracement, which was one of the reasons I took that trade. We had that 5,200 psychological level, and it was also that 382 retracement off the daily swing low. That's two of the main reasons I took that trade on Friday. That's how I pretty much caught the bottom. But yeah, man, this chart's just strong, you know, especially after Friday's close. It says a lot, you know, that says a lot about the market. But going into the week ahead, what's most important are these levels, right? So chart's a little bit tricky, without doubt. Couple reasons. One is we attempted to break these all-time highs, right? Failed them, lost it, retested, and pushed new lows. So as of now, it's kind of a toss-up, right? It's a toss-up because, one, we held this macro uptrend. So overly, we still are strong, but this failure of highs says a lot. So this upcoming trading week, in my opinion, is very important. What we do up here, I think, is going to determine what we see for the next couple of weeks. So it's a very important trading week, very important test up here. Main levels I want to pay attention to are first and foremost, right? First and foremost, I want to pay attention to this 5275, 5280, right? This is this major demand here, right? We've been holding this for some time. Was resistance, held it as support, broke back down, held it as resistance, and then Friday we reclaimed it. So first watch here is going to be a pullback, right? If we can pull back into this demand, 5275, 5280, I would look for a bounce off of this demand. Upside, man, it's tricky, right? It's just so tricky. I wouldn't really be comfortable in terms of continuation, but if we did push back into like 5340, as you guys can see here, this recent structure, I would be interested in a reject there. So the main levels I want to pay attention to this week are that 5340 for a potential reject, or this 5275, 5280 for a bounce. That's what I want to watch here. We want to talk about continuation, right? In order for me to be like super confident in us going higher. One is if we break this 53.40, I think we can squeeze back into these previous all-time highs. But the line in the sand obviously is those all-time highs. In order for me to be like, okay, I'm ready to long some pullbacks, we need to get back above that 53.70, which I think we can push it all the way to those 5500s. So very interesting chart. To be honest, if you want to look for a higher risk entry above these overnight highs, I would say that's valid back into that 53.40. But like I said, it's just a bit risky. Just a bit risky. Downside, very simple, right? If we lose that 52.75, I think we'll see a nasty sell back down into this 52.50 and these recent lows here at 5200. So the big levels I want to watch in terms of continuation, 53.40, like I said, that's the pivot. If we show weakness there, we can look for a reject. Longs, we need to see it back above that. Downside, very simple, 52.75. First initial watch is going to look for strength here. So if we start to show strength, I would take a bounce there. If I want to take some shorts, it has to be back below 52.75. First target would be that 52.50, that 5200. Very clean chart, very clean levels. We just need to move, right? This is what I would consider my no trade zone, right? Only place I'm going to be interested for a trade is back up here in this 53.40 or back down here at this 52.75. Price action will determine what I do. If we approach and show weakness, I'll look for that reject. If we approach and we're strong, I'm going to look for that break and hold above it for that move back into all-time highs. Same game plan for this demand. If we approach it, we show strength, I'm going to look for a bounce. If we approach it and show weakness, I'm going to wait for that break and hold below to go short down to that 52.50. So very clean chart. Just got to ultimately just be patient, right? That's it. Patience is key here. And all right, I'm just checking the comments real quick, make sure we're good to go. Let's see. Yeah, it was crazy. I know someone on Reddit I think they had a 4K position in SPX, made like 2.3 million off a 4K position. It was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I've hit some crazy shit in my life, but I have yet to hit one of those in terms of options. One day I'm going to do it, though. One day. I'm just going to grab a lotto on SPX and just hold for fucking the moon. One day. Alrighty, guys. Let's hop over here to NQ. A little bit trickier chart, in my opinion. Before we get going, want to make sure everybody's good to go. Everybody can hear clear. Everybody can see clear. Put a 1 if you can. I know there's a little delay, so I'll give you guys a second. For all the new folks in here, I know you guys see a like counter at the bottom. The way that works is if you like this video and we fill that bar up, that's a giveaway for you guys. Alright, so let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Right now there's 300 in here. Like goal is 150. Smash that like button, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys for taking time out of your night. I'm going to do my best to make it worth your while. And yeah, man, put a 1 if everything's good to go and we'll move forward here. Side note, I don't know if you guys seen, but I just finished that Webull Futures video. I will have that out ASAP. So it's fully recorded. Everything's good to go. Got to drop a minor little edit. And yeah, I'll have that up on YouTube ASAP. ASAP. Have multiple others up, so be sure to check those out as well. But yeah, man, let's get it. Alrighty, guys. NQ, here we are. Very interesting chart, right? Even same thing with ES, right? I talked about this a little while ago. We're going into a new month here, right? So this is a new monthly candle. Very important. I forgot to note this on ES, but we did close below this structure here on the monthly for ES. Same thing for NQ. That is a little bit concerning, right? That is a little bit concerning. We failed that monthly highs. Now we're kind of forming this top here. And if you go down and look at that weekly, that's going to translate to that failure to go higher, right? So levels this week on NQ, I'm going to show you guys, are very, very important. Because right now, we technically failed those previous all-time highs, even though we were strong Friday, right? All in all, though, uptrend, very, very much so intact. Obviously, we have these higher highs and higher lows through and through. Just put in a new potential higher low. So it's a very interesting chart. These levels I'm about to mention are very, very important. Massive close here on Friday, as you guys can see. These candlesticks always tell a story, and this one tells a big story, right? At one point in time, this candle was full red, right? Sellers were in full control. Buyers stepped in, pretty much pushed it back into highs, closing this long leg doji. Very, very strong candlestick here. Levels I want to talk about, though. First things first, right? We have a beautiful structure here at 18,665. right? I will translate this to QQQ in a moment, but this is a very important inflection point to the upside. If we can get above this, I think we'll squeeze back into the 18.7 and that 18.8 area. So that's a very good long entry if we can get back above that. Side note, right? Let's say we start to see some weakness, right? I really like this 18,500, right? This 18,500 here was a massive level through the past few trading weeks, right? So, two things here. In order to be confident in a long position, we need to get back above 18,665. Gives us room back to 18,750. That 18,900, those previous all-time highs, 19,000. Downside, very simple. We get back below 18,500. That's where we can look for that short position back down to 18,300. Good risk to reward on both of these trades. Reason my game plan's so open-ended is because where are we trading, right? Like, there's no confidence in either direction here until we obviously switch that structure. Right now, it's kind of just, we're back in this no man's land, right? You guys can see here, we're kind of just back in this no man's land where we chopped around for the most part. So, need to break these levels in order to be confident in continuation here on QQQ or NQ or ES and SPY. Since we're talking about NQ, let's go over hop over QQQ. Charts are very similar here. Obviously, we've looked at the other ones. Weekly, pretty much same thing. Daily charts, absolutely insane. Have this massive bullish hammer here, whatever you want to call it. Just bounced off a big demand. Not only did we bounce off a big demand, but we bounced off that 382 retracement, letting us know that this overall uptrend is still intact. And for those who say Fibonacci's don't work, yeah, tell me a different story. My mentees, it's like a if you know type thing, right? There's two retracements to look for. This is the main one. You guys can see what happened Friday. That's one way to find the bottom, right? That's one way to find the bottom. But beautiful chart here. That level I was mentioning on NQ 18,665. Yeah, 18,665 correlates to 453. As you guys can see here, that's that big structure from Friday. If we can get a break and hold above that, we can look for those pullbacks and target this move back into 458. If we get strong up here at 458, I want to watch these previous all-time highs at 460, 461 for a reject. All right? One more time for the people in the back. Above 453, we can look for those pullbacks. Target me at 458 area. There is a minor level like 457, but I like that 458 level a lot more. Downside, 18,500 on NQ correlates to this 449 on QQQ. Very important level here, as you guys can see. It's been respected support and resistance for the past few trading weeks. So, downside's very simple. If we can get a break and hold below that 449, we can look for that short entry back down into 443, 444, which is where I would look to flip long again off that massive demand where we've seen that big reversal from on Friday. I think we'll get a nice little, at least $1, $2 bounce off of this. So if we pull back into this area, that's where I'll look for a relief bounce. Very, very simple levels. 453 to the upside, 449 to the downside. Very clean, very clear. Just got to be patient. And that's what I'm watching here on QQQ. Very clean chart, very clean levels. Anything outside of what I mentioned, complete bullshit. Wash it out. ES, right? Levels I was talking about, which was that 52.75, 52.80 is going to correlate to this 525, 525.50 on SPY. So, if we can get that pullback into 525, 525.50, that's where we can look for that long entry. Side note, like I said, right, it's a bit high risk, but if we clear those after hour highs, 528.50, I think we can squeeze back in that 531. Above 531, we get those previous all-time highs at 534. That's the line in the sand. We get above 534, I think we can honestly squeeze back to that 550. That's my ultimate SPY new all-time high target, 550. I think we can get up there if we clear that 534. First initial watch is, of course, above 528.50. Look for that long entry back into 531. Approach 534. We can look for that weakness for a reject back down into that 531 area. Downside, very clean and clear. If we break this demand at 525, I think we can get a very clean move down into this 521 area. If we break that 521, that'll put us back into that pocket of demand, right? So very important levels here. I want you guys to pay attention, all right? 518, 518.50 is this ultimate demand, right? That's where we bounced on Friday. 5,200 on ES, that 382 retracement, that massive uptrend. this is all eyes on this demand. So the game plan here is, right, if we get below 525, we can look for those pullbacks to go short. First target's this 521. If we break that 521, we can start watching price action down this 518, really 519 area for a demand bounce. All right, that's going to be the game plan here on SPY. Very, very simple. Below 525, look for those short entries down into this 521 area. Once we approach that 521, we need to start scaling out of those shorts, start look to flip long at that 518, 518.50. Very, very simple. Upside game plan is very similar. 528.50. Above that, I think we'll likely squeeze back in that 531. Big inflection point here at 531, as you can see. Major, major, major supply here. So definitely watch that 531. Above 531, that gives us that 534 at the previous all-time highs. So very clean chart, very straightforward. Just got to be patient and let these levels get taken out. And yeah, man, that's ES, that's NQ, that's QQQ, that's SPY. Let's get into these individual names for the week ahead. First things first, CRM. CRM. I'm going to let you guys catch up. Let me know when you guys have CRM up, and we'll walk through it together. Just put it ready, and we'll go ahead and move forward. Well, you guys crushed that light goal as well. Let's go ahead and bump this thing up. So I owe you guys one giveaway as of right now. We'll go ahead and handle that after we finish the watch list here. Bada bing, bada boom. I'll take a drink of water. We'll rock out. Alrighty, let's get it. So, CRM, here we are. Got absolutely annihilated after earnings. Pretty much seen a 25% haircut after that move. A little bit more, actually. And then Friday, we opened into this major demand here at 210, 212, which is also that 100 MA on the weekly. And we've seen an absolute massive bounce, right? Now we're sitting in this daily gap fill here. So, beautiful chart. I think we can definitely see more upside here. Game plan is fairly simple, right? CRM, I want to look for a pullback into this 223, 220 for a bounce. Or if we clear those Friday's highs at 235, we can look for a long entry back into this 240, 245 area. That's the game plan here on CRM. Very, very nice chart. I honestly will probably look for a swing here as well. So if we pull back, I'll update you guys on the contracts. And we'll look to take a swing here as well. Really like this chart. And that's what I'm watching on CRM. That's what I'm watching on CRM. Next, we have AI. This is the name I don't usually trade, but I really like this chart. As you guys can see here, we had an earnings move, which was on Thursday. Yes, Thursday, right? Cleared this massive, massive structure here at 2680, 2720. So the game plan is look for a pullback into this 27.2, 26.8 level for a bounce. Also happens to be that 200 MA on the daily. Love that confluence. Also, I think we have the 382 retracement here. Yes, we do. 382 retracement. So it's a very, very high confluence demand. Look for that pullback into 26.8, 27.2 for a bounce. Or if we continue to show strength and get that break and hold above 30, we can look for those pullbacks. Target be that 31 and then that 35 level ultimately. Very nice chart here, and this is super friendly for small accounts. So make sure you guys set your alerts. I absolutely love this demand here. You guys should as well. You guys can see this is a very, very credible demand. We have that massive confluence with the 200 MA on the daily and 382 retracement. Next, I want to talk about Amazon. It's one of my favorite charts. If you guys remember, I talked about this like 2 weeks ago, the last time I did a live. It was my favorite name for a short, and you guys can see what's happened since then. Amazon was trading at like 188 when I said that. Now it's all the way down here at 174, leaving us with great opportunity going into this upcoming trading week. First things first here is if we get a pop on Amazon, right? We get a pop back into the supply here. major supply, which is this 179, 180, right? We pop back at this 179, 180. That's where we can look for a reject, right? If we continue to show weakness and we get a break and hold below that Friday's low, which is 174, we can look for those pops to short, targeting that 170 level. Very clean chart here, and definitely is my top short watch. I mean, just look at the market, right? Friday, the market absolutely blew the top off, right? Look what Amazon did. A little baby-ass move, right? Just super weak relative to the market. Broke that massive demand here, which is now supply here at 179, 180. Beautiful chart here for a short, either that breakdown or that reject. So definitely keep this on a close watch here. Next, we have Tesla. Very nice chart here for multiple reasons. One is this pretty much base we formed. So this is an either or setup. Whatever the market does or whatever Tesla does, we have an opportunity. First opportunity is to be the top of this base. As you guys can see, we've kind of formed this nice downtrend here. If we can get a break and hold on Tesla back above 183, this has squeeze potential back at this 187.50. Above 187.50, I think we'll get back into 200s. So Tesla's a very nice chart in terms of the upside if we can clear that 183, which also happens to be that 100 MA on the daily. Downside, very simple as well. If we clear the bottom of this base, which also happens to be that 50 MA on the daily, if we get a break and hold below that 172, I think we'll see a very nice move down into this 166 area. So regardless, whether Tesla goes up or down, we break that 183, prime for a long entry. Break that 172, prime for a short entry. Definitely a nice chart for the week ahead. What I would encourage you guys to do, set an alert at 183, crossing up. Set an alert at 172 for crossing down. That way you don't have to watch it 24/7. You'll get the alert, go watch price action, get that confirmation, define your risk, take an entry, rock out. Next, we have Nvidia. Nvidia. Crazy chart, right? Absolutely parabolic chart. Splits coming up very soon. My personal opinion, I think Nvidia is going to run into the split, and the levels to watch for that are going to be this 1055, 1060, right? This is a major demand here that we gapped over. If Nvidia can pull back into this 1055, 1060, I would look for a bounce there. That is the bottom of that gap fill. Major demand. Tested at 1070, leaving this demand untested, which is honestly what I want to see. Looks very good. A little bit high risk, but if we reclaim this 1,110, I think we could squeeze back into highs. It's a high risk entry, but just giving you guys a forewarning here on this live that that's a level I'm watching for the upside. Much rather take that bounce. And yeah, man, that's what I'm watching for the week ahead. Very simple watch. Just got to be patient. Let these levels present opportunity. Got a couple moments left here, so I'm going to go over a couple names that you guys want me to check out. A name I love for a swing, which we entered last week, which was Disney. I told everybody to grab a swing off this 100 level. You guys can see since then we're moving very nice. I think we're up about 4% so far. I think this still has good potential to go higher. If you want to enter a Disney swing, there's two ways you can go about it. One is if we pull back into 100, you can grab a swing there. Or two, if we get back above this 104 level, I think we can squeeze back into that 110 plus. So Disney's a nice chart to keep an eye on for the week ahead. Apple also has nice potential. Apple above this 193. This has been a big inflection point for us. Above 193, I think we can get back into these recent highs at 195. Very small move here, but on weekly contracts, catch a nice 20-30%, so it could be a nice trade. So keep that on watch as well. Uber, I'll check out what we got here on Uber. Uber actually looks pretty decent. What is this? Actually, hold up. Okay, Uber's retesting previous all-time. This actually looks like a great swing. Who just mentioned this? Terry? So Uber's retesting the 6350. 6350 was at previous all-time highs from 2021. Back in 2024. Retesting again here on low volume. Huh. Interesting. Not only is it testing it, but it's forming a beautiful base here on the daily. This is what you want to see, right? This will allow us to define our risk with the stop below this low. Huh. I like this. This can be a swing I probably enter tomorrow, to be honest. Yeah. Just a classic macro break and retest. Whoever just mentioned this, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to enter Uber tomorrow. Yeah. It also pretty much is that daily 200 too. Yeah. I think I'm gonna enter Uber tomorrow. Yeah, I am. Yeah. I'm gonna enter this. See how we look in the morning. We'll see how we look in the morning. So game plan here. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, just probably grab like 2 months out. So what's the June, August, July? July, August. What's first? June, July, August. So we'll grab August. August contracts. Let me see. Let me go look at them real quick. Give me 1 second. Whoever mentioned this, thank you. This looks good. Classic macro break and retest. Let me see. Probably grab the August 16th. Oh no, that's too far out. Hold on, when's earnings? When do they have earnings? Earnings is when? 7:30 next month, so we're good there. Let me see. Why are these contracts so fucking expensive? Let me see. I'll probably do the August, or you could do either one, however you want to approach it. August or July, 65 calls. Game plan here can be a stop below 62.50. I'm going to enter this tomorrow. Very, very simple trade here. Sitting in this demand here at 62.50, 63.50, which is that macro break and retest. Stop on this is below that daily low. We got this nice base being formed here. Nice low volume. If we reclaim the 65.50, I think this is just going to straight up squeeze back into 70. First target here would be that 68 and then that 70 level. I like this a lot. I do. So that's the game plan here on Uber. Let's get it. What's shocking me is the fact that it's trading at all-time highs. Well, close to it. Yeah, this looks very good. You guys can see just as well as I can. You guys can see just as well as I can. Previous all-time highs from 21, 2024. Classic break and retest. Looks good. Yeah, I'm probably going to take the... I'll update you guys in the morning, but July 19th, 65 call. And the August 16th, 65 call. I'm going to grab both expirations. First target is going to be that 67 and 68. And then see if we can get a move back into that 63-70 area. I mean 70-73. Really, really like this chart. Yeah. Let's add that to the watch list. Looks very good. Once again, game plan on Uber is to trade this demand. So if it pulls back in this demand, we can grab that swing entry. Stop loss here is going to be back below that 62.50. Honestly, you can use a bit wider stop. Let's give it a little bit more leeway. We'll use a stop loss at 62. And first target is going to be back into that 67, 68.50, and then 70. Great risk to reward here. So we're risking roughly, let's say for example, we're risking $1. All right, let's say we risk $1.50. Fuck it. Right, for a move back into 70, which is a $5 move. That's a 4R trade. So absolutely love this. Uber's a beautiful chart. Thanks to whoever mentioned it. And yeah, as long as everything's intact tomorrow, I'm gonna enter. Yep, looks good. What else we got? American Airlines. I'm actually in American Airlines at the moment, and it's for valid reason. One, it just got absolutely annihilated. It's down about 30%, and it's testing this huge lower portion of this wedge. As you guys can see, it's been consolidating in this major wedge for some time. And right now, we're just testing this trend line for the third touch, which also is that 10, that major 10 level. So I actually like this as well. I'm already in a swing, but if you want to enter American Airlines, this is definitely a good place to do so, right? You can grab equity or you can grab options, whatever you want. Just make sure if you're on the option side, make sure you buy time. Don't try to be greedy and buy shorter expirations hoping for a bigger return. Just buy time or buy equity. On American Airlines, you'll be good to go. Yeah, let's see what else we got here. What else y'all got for me? I'll check out one or two more names. Actually, yeah, we'll check out one more name, then we'll do this giveaway. Why is that? My Weeble's all messed up. I don't know why. There we go. Microsoft. Let's see. Wow, very interesting chart. We just tested this massive uptrend for the fourth touch. Now we have that huge, huge, huge daily bullish hammer. Massive rising volume. Microsoft looks like it could potentially go. Right now we have a major supply here at 418, 419, as you guys can see. This is a huge supply. I think if Microsoft can reclaim 419, this has squeeze potential back into 425. So this could be worth a watch. This 425 is also a major supply, as you guys can see here. Microsoft actually looks good. If we can get above that 419, we got to move back into 425. Looks good. Looks very good. Very good. Let's see what else we got here. Starbucks. Starbucks looks good too. Just got to fill that daily gap. If Starbucks gets above 81, I think we can fill that gap. So if you want to look for a Starbucks trade, if we get above 81, just look for that move back into 84. Looks good. Or if we pull back in this demand here like 67, that could be a good swing entry for that move back into 84. McDonald's. I don't really see too much here, to be honest. It just tested that big demand though. Yeah, man. Alright. Let's go do this giveaway. We'll go ahead and call it a night. We covered NQ, ES, QQQ, Spy, CRM, AI, Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla. Covered a lot tonight. Covered an absolute lot tonight. So, Meta's also a name that I like. I'll go over that real quick. Game plan on here. Two things. One is if we reclaim 470, that's valid for a long entry back into 475 and 480. Or two, if we pull back on Meta, I want to watch this demand here at 450, 452 for a demand bounce. So these are levels I would watch on Meta as well. Looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and do this giveaway real quick. One second. Alrighty, here we go. All you got to do is type Gemini, in the chat one time. Gemini. As you guys can see, my name popped up, and you'll be good to go. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. We'll give it another 20-30 seconds here, and then we'll go ahead and rock out. Once again, for those of you guys that want the shirt giveaway, I just received them today. Plan on going to the post office tomorrow, and you guys should have them by the end of the week. Alrighty. Only 150? Where are y'all at, man? There's 360 people in here. Only 150? Hey, that's better chances for whoever entered. Good luck. Matter of fact, just for that, I'm going to do a back-to-back. For all the lurkers in here. Good luck, everybody. JZ2000. Interesting. If you see your name pop up on the screen, please try to type in the chat as soon as possible so we can get this thing going. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I'll give it a couple seconds. I know there's the delay on YouTube, so. Alright, good to go. For all the people that like to lurk, 100 of y'all are missing out. Let's get it. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. On the way to 6. On the way to 6. Oh. Alrighty. Here we go. Congrats to the 2 winners on the night. Do me one favor, and if you have me added on Discord, send me a DM. If you don't have me on Discord, just comment on my latest Instagram post. You can comment on the Sunday watch list. That way I see it immediately, and I can get you your money ASAP. And yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. Appreciate every single one of you guys for taking time out of your Sunday to come kick it. Seriously, it means a lot to me, man, because you guys know I don't get anything from this. I do this strictly for you guys. And yeah, man, hope you guys have a good one. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. And yeah, man, shout out to all the Geminis out there. Hope you guys have a good night. Once again, appreciate every single one of you guys' time. You guys have a good night, all right? Peace, everybody.